Hello students, welcome to our YouTube channel Learn Easy. Student, we are studying the first chapter of class 9th biology section, that is cell, the fundamental unit of life. Student, this is our fourth session. In this session we are going to discuss about nucleus and cell wall. Okay student, if you are not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon for latest update. Now, what is cell wall? Cell wall is the outermost covering of plant, fungi and bacterial cell. It is the outermost covering of plant, fungi and bacterial cell. Suppose this is a cell, this is a plant cell, okay? Suppose this is a plant cell. So in plant cell, the outer covering of plant cell is made up of, this is the outer covering, it is known as cell wall. Inside it, this is cell membrane, this is cell wall. So cell wall is the outermost covering of plants, fungi and bacterial cell. The cell wall of plant cell is made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, water, etc. But the major constituent is cellulose. That is why we can say that the plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. Okay students, now the fungi cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin, and the cell wall of bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan. Okay student, so cell wall of bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan, cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin, and cell wall of plant is made up of cellulose. So what does this cell wall do? What is the role of cell wall? Besides discussing the function, we should know some facts. This cell wall is really very tough, rigid and permeable. This is tough, rigid means it does not move, and permeable means it allows all the substance to pass through it. As we have discussed in selectively permeable membrane, or we can say in plasma membrane, it is semi-permeable. It allows only certain things to pass through it. But cell wall allows all the substance to pass through it. It do not filter anything. Okay, and it is tough and rigid. Now cell wall is non-living component. As we know that cell wall is discovered by Robert Hooke, because the first cell wall discovered by Robert Hooke, he has seen the hexagonal structure of like honeycomb. Actually it is a cell wall structure. He observed cell of cork cambium in self-developed microscope. Okay, that is why we can say that the cell wall was discovered by Robert Hooke only. Okay, or what is the function? Why animal cell do not have cell wall but plant cell have cell wall? Because let us take an example. Suppose it's rain, animal rush out from the rain and goes into the shades because they can move, but plant cannot move, so it will stay over there, so it needs some additional protection. So cell wall provide the additional protection to the plant to withstand under environmental stress, under rain, hot, cool. So under environmental stress, it provide plant a mechanical support. Okay, so what is the function of cell wall? Cell wall gives strength, shape, support and protection to the plant cell. Cell wall gives strength, shape, support and protection to the plants. How cell wall gives strength and shape and protection? Suppose, as we seen in hypotonic solution, suppose we put a plant cell in a hypotonic solution, naturally the water from the higher concentration goes into the cell, means the water from the solution goes into the cell. Okay, and the cell will ultimately swell. But in plant cell, due to this cell wall, the cell do not swell, because it is a rigid covering, it is a tough covering which provides its support, it maintains the shape of the cell, it gives protection and strength to the cell. Okay, now the water goes into the cell, but the shape of the cell doesn't change due to this cell wall. So cell wall is the additional protection which is given to the plant cell, bacterial cell and fungi cell to withstand under environmental stress. Okay students, now we have to discuss about nucleus. So what is nucleus? Nucleus is a double membrane bounded cell organelle which is present in eukaryotic cell at the center of the cell. Okay, it do not present in every eukaryotic cell, but almost eukaryotic cell have nucleus, except as human RBC, human red blood cell, devoid of nucleus. It do not have nucleus, and some other cells. Beside this, some exceptions, all eukaryotic cells have nucleus. It is a double membrane bounded cell organelles present in a eukaryotic cell at nearly center of the cell. Okay, now what is the function of the cell? Before going the function of the cell, we should discuss the shape of the cell and what are the components present in the nucleus. Okay, suppose this is a cell. This is a diagram of a cell. Okay, this is a diagram of a cell and it has a nucleus in it. As we have discussed, it is nearly at the center. So nucleus is very point size. The size of the nucleus is about 25% of the cell. Like if we suppose a cricket ground as a cell, so the cricket ball in the cricket ground resembles the nucleus. So it is so small, cell can see under the microscope and nucleus can see under the electron microscope only. It is very small. So it is double membrane bounded. This is the inner membrane and outer membrane get enfolded to form endoplasmic reticulum. This is outer membrane which get enfolded to form endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth. On the basis of rough endoplasmic reticulum have ribosome in it. Rough endoplasmic reticulum have ribosome it is, so it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We have to discuss about endoplasmic reticulum structure and function in earlier section. Here we are going to discuss about nucleus only. Okay student, so this is a structure. This is the structure of nucleus. This is inner membrane and outer membrane get folded to form endoplasmic reticulum, and in between this it has nuclear pore. It has nuclear pore. Due to this nuclear pore, the substance gets exchanged from the cytoplasm to the nucleus and from the nucleus to the cytoplasm. Substance like some molecules, some proteins, RNA, ribosomes get from the nucleus to the cytoplasm and from cytoplasm to the nucleus. So the transportation between the cytoplasm and the nucleus takes place through the nuclear pore. Okay students, now inside the nucleus it have nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is made up of protein and some fluid. Okay, and in this nucleoplasm it has nucleolus and chromatin thread. Nucleolus and chromatin thread. What is the function of nucleolus and chromatin thread? So the function of nucleolus is to synthesize protein, ribosomal RNA and the subunit of ribosomes. So nucleolus synthesize the subunit. As we have discussed that the ribosome has two subunits, one is small and other one is large. So nucleolus synthesize the subunit of ribosome, certain proteins and ribosomal RNA, and it also help in biogenesis. ठीक है, बायोमेम्ब्रेनोजेनेसिस, यानी कि मेम्ब्रेन अगर रप्चर हो जाती है तो उसको सिंथेसाइज करने में भी काम करता है। ओके, सो व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ क्रोमेटिन नाउ? तो क्रोमेटिन इज अ थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर which get condensed into chromosome at the time of cell division. Suppose this is a chromatin thread inside the nucleus. This is a chromatin thread. At the time of cell division, when cell reproduce, okay, at the time of cell division inside the nucleus, the chromatin thread condense and form chromosome. So this is the structure of chromosome. In this chromosome, it has some dark and light bands. This kind of bands are present. Some dark and light bands are present. These bands are called genes. Okay, genes carries the DNA. Okay, the segment of gene carries DNA. Okay, at the time of cell division, chromatin condense to form chromosome. Chromosome has some bands, dark and light, that is called gene. Gene is the hereditary material which contains the character which has to be transferred from parents to offspring, from one generation to another generation, and inside these genes it have genetic material, that is DNA. Deoxyribose nucleic acid, DNA. Inside this gene it have DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. So what is the function of nucleus now? Nucleus is also known as the brain of the cell. Why it is called the brain of the cell? Because it controls all the activities performed by other cell organelles. The activities performed by other cell organelles are controlled by the nucleus. That is why it is called brain of the cell. Okay, now nucleus, what other functions? Nucleus contains genetic material. It have genetic material in the form of chromatin thread, we have discussed. Okay, now, and the second function is it coordinates the cellular activity such as growth, reproduction, protein synthesis, etc. Okay, this is the function of nucleus. I hope you all understand. If there is some problem, kindly write in the comment box. Okay, thank you very much.